Okay, so the special program for the second beta test of Arknights Endfield just ended, and trust me, I'm so happy with everything they showcased here. New characters, the combat improvements that I've been asking for it. There are a lot of new things that I didn't even imagine they were going to do. A lot of improvements on the factory system as well, something that I've been asking since the first moment that I saw the gameplay, and I even asked for this on every single survey. So I'm just going to do a really quick recap, okay, because I just want to share the news about the things. And for those that were not following the first beta or didn't watch my review of the beta test that I made a few months ago, you know, I just want to talk a little bit about the changes that they mention or they showcased here on this new special program. They also added new agent. This is for those that play the original Arknights. This is Fiala, the character that exists in the previous game. She has another name here on the Endfield, just like other characters, you know, but it's fine. Okay, she's here. Okay, but that's not the point, okay? I mean, new characters is definitely the point, I would say. They have some really cool looking characters for this new beta test. There's a total of 9 new characters. 3 of them are 6-star, which is like the S rank, the highest rarity character. One of them is like a 5-star, and there's a total of 5 new, wait, this is 5 or 6? I can't count. It's 5 new 4-star characters, which is like the more basic character, you know, but they still look pretty good, and I love how they look. Like the combat animations overall looks pretty nice. I feel that like for budget characters, they actually look pretty nice to on the combat, you know. Let me just showcase here. See, so like, even for more basic characters, they still look pretty fine, I would say. So yeah, this is about the new characters. They changed some stuff about the combat. For example, there's like new classes and stuff that they decided to change. They said that they are going to make sure that classes actually, like the agent, the animations, combat animations, they kind of reflect the actual class of the agent, so you actually know what they are doing and what they are supposed to do. I like this change. One huge example they showcase here is like they change Levantine class from caster, because she used to be caster on the first beta, to striker. So this is how her animations looks now. Where was it? Here. So they don't feel as heavy as before. They actually feel like she's hitting the enemy over and over with her blade, you see. It's way different. It's a lot of new moves, faster moves, less damage, I would say. I don't know if this is like a balance of stuff or something, but overall, pretty nice change. I like this change. I feel it definitely works with her pretty well. So I'm curious to see how things work. In terms of combat, nothing changed. Okay, still combo base. You want to play around the conditionals and play around the combo triggers over and over. Let me just skip here a little bit. So you see, you just play around different conditions. You keep applying debuffs on the enemy, triggering different combo skills, and this is how you play the combat style. So you still have to like plan your team around different combo skills, so you have different triggers and you can keep looping around the combo system. You see, Arknights would not be Arknights if there was no strategy involved, at the very least for me, you know. So I genuinely enjoy this combat system. So I'm happy to see that they decided to not change this at all. What else I can say about the combat system? Oh, there's a massive change here that is about the dodge button. Because like, if there's one thing that they had like a bit of an issue on the first ones, that you don't have a lot of feedback when you're dodging an enemy attack or something. And not to mention that a lot of the power and rewards were like available on the last hit of your basic attack string. So every single time that you dodge an enemy attack, because enemies are going to hit you and you definitely want to dodge enemy attacks, you reset all your basic attack strings. So instead of you're doing base attack 1, 2, 3, and when you're going to use your finisher, you end up dodging. Goodbye, you go back to base attack 1. So this sucks. And sometimes even combo skills require you to hit with the base attack 4, like the finishing move, you know. So now they changed this, and you dodge, you can still keep using your base attack string from where you left. See, as long as you do a dodge mid combo, your next base attack will still continue smoothly. This is perfect. This is one of the best things they could do with the game, because now the combat actually feels pretty nice, you know. You don't feel punished by doing a dodge. Even if you hit a perfect dodge, you still kind of feel punished every single time that this happens. So I like these small changes, these small feedback changes that they are adding. For example, they added enemy parts. So like if you're hitting the enemy from the side, they are resistant or something. You actually get the feedback. You see, you get this knockback. So hey, maybe I should hit from another side. This is not the side that I'm supposed to hit. And getting the feedback is always something really important on this game. So I like these small changes. I feel they add a lot of, they improve a lot of the combat. They also improved some of the boss fights. I'm not going to showcase everything, otherwise this video is going to be a little bit too long. And the special priority itself was a little bit too long already, you know. So they also improved some clarity and boss moves, so the fight could be a little bit more enjoyable and easier to follow. About the factory, they added blueprint systems, and this is like such a game changer for any factory game, you know, base building stuff, because basically what this allows is to you copy and paste buildings on your base. And you're probably thinking, okay, but I don't even know how to make my first building or factory or whatever. Well, that's the thing. They are giving players basic blueprints. So like even if you don't know anything about the game, you can just use a game blueprint that they are going to give for you to start your factory. You kickstart your factory using this. Boom, there you go. You don't need to learn the game that much, because if you just need something basic, you can just use this standard blueprints from the game itself. And on top of this, you can also share blueprints with other players. Amazing stuff. Let's say you can just, instead of using the game blueprints, you can just use someone else's blueprint. Maybe someone else has a better blueprint which is like more efficient. Maybe someone else has a better blueprint with better aesthetics or something, you know? So you can just use them instead of using your own blueprint and trying to figure things out by yourself. Okay, I don't mind, I enjoy this, but I feel that this removes the friction. This allows more players to find enjoyment with the game, because by removing this, you give players the chance to just play the game, you know, and have fun with it, instead of thinking too much about learning out the base system. Even if you don't care for the factory side, you just use blueprints and you have a factory working for you, and you don't even need to worry that much about anything. If you want to learn about the game later, maybe you are at the point where you have nothing to do, you know, you play 24 hours for 2 days on the release and I have nothing to do and you still want to learn anything, you go and learn the factory building after you had explored a lot of the game. Because imagine being a new player, like just get locked at the game because you need to learn all the factory gameplay. That's not cool, you know. So I actually really happy that they decided to add this. This is something that I asked on every single survey of the first beta test. So as someone that enjoy playing factory building games and I learned a lot from blueprints, I'm genuinely happy to see this on the game. They even made sure that this was like planned from the beginning. Good to know. But why they didn't even mention or showcase on the first beta test? I don't know. Maybe they were just like waiting for the feedback if players were genuinely going to ask for this one or not. I don't know. I'm just happy that they finally added, because this was something that it was definitely needed on the game. I would say there's one thing that I'm kind of curious. I'm not so sure how to feel about this one, but they mentioned they had some changes on the story. Basically, they had some story revamp. They rewrote the story to make it more immersive and added more cutscenes, and depending on the choices you choose, you're going to get like different outcomes. I just don't know how to feel about this one, because depending on how rushed they do this, the story could feel a little bit empty, you know, and I don't like this. If there's one thing that I really enjoy on Arknights is the story, so I just hope they actually know what they are doing, and because I don't want to get like a 1.0 with a really bland story just because they had to rewrite everything between one beta and the other. You know, this is the only thing that I kind of like, I don't know how to feel. Okay, and the last thing that I want to talk is about the gacha system. Nothing changed, but there is a new system that I don't know how to feel. Okay, but for those that never played or didn't watch anything about the gacha system, it's still kind of the same thing. You have an 80 hard pity, and 80 pulls, you're guaranteed to get 160 star agent. And there's another pity system, in up to 120 pulls, you're guaranteed to get the rate up character as well. So like, let's say you do 80 pulls, you get your 6-star, but they are not the rate up character, you know. Okay, cool. Then you can still get the rate up character in another 40 pulls, because once you hit 120, you're going to get the rate up character, you know. So it's, for me, it's fine. I find it's okay, because you can just save some pulls, you can skip some banners and get the character that like guarantee the character that you want in 120 pulls. Instead of just going 2 times on hard pity or something, you know, like a 160 or something. So for me, this is fine. At the end of the day, you still get like 2 S ranks in 120 pulls. So for me, this is fine. If you end up losing, if you get the character that you want on 80 pulls, that's even better, I would say. The thing that they mentioned that is not included on this beta test 2, but is going to be included on the official release, is that instead of making it like the regional Arknights, or where every single character, they are added to the 6-star pool, you know. So like, you have Leviathan, for example, the first rate up banner. She's going to be added to the standard pool of agents, you know. Well, this is a ZZZ channel. I think I can make a comparison with ZZZ. It's like, imagine Ellen, you know, the first banner. After Ellen banner is gone, she's now available as a standard character, you know. Even though Ellen pretty much is a standard character, but we don't need to talk about this. That's not the point. Anyway, the thing is that they are doing something different here that they call rotations. So, for example, Leviathan is going to be available on the first banner. All right. The second banner, Yvonne, all right. Leviathan can still be, you can still get Leviathan if you end up losing the 50, because she's going to be available with all the standard characters. And well, Leviathan was the previous agent, the previous banner, so she's still available as in the case you end up losing the 50, you know. Then we have the next banner. Boom, there you go. Leviathan is still available on the rotation. You can still get her in the case you end up losing the 50. And then the 4th banner, Leviathan is gone. She's not added to the standard pool. She's not available on the limited character, because it's been 3 banners since her last run. So it's a mix between the classic Arknights style, where every single character goes into the standard pool and you can just get them anytime, and also the limited characters, you know, that you can only get them on the banner they are running right now. I kind of like it, but I also don't know how to feel, because I was just already expecting the classic Arknights style of banners. So it feels a little bit weird, but I don't think it's bad. We'll see, I guess. It depends a lot on how many pools and stuff they are giving to us. So yeah, kind of curious to see how this one actually works. I think that overall, this is everything that I want to cover. You can still watch the full special program. It's a 1 hour, I would say 50 minutes special program for you, in case you want to watch. But that's pretty much, I think that these are the biggest changes they mention over this special program that I'm really happy to see. These are the things that I was really expecting to see on the special program, and I'm genuinely really happy with this one. I really hope I can get access to the beta test 2 of Endfield, because I genuinely love this game and I'm really excited to this one. I mentioned a couple of times before, I am going to cover this game once it releases here on this channel, you know. And if I end up getting access to the beta test too, I will also stream a lot of Arknights Endfield while the beta test is running. Okay, so you all can have a little bit of experience of it, ask questions and stuff like this. Leave a comment down below if your thoughts about Endfield. I know that this is not a game for everyone. The combat is not that high paced. The gameplay is a lot of base building and exploration, so I totally understand that this game is not going to be for everyone. It is a perfect game for me. I love this game. I used to play a lot of factory building games, you know, Factorio, Dyson Sphere Program, Satisfactory, and others. So I genuinely really happy with this one. So I can't wait for the release. People keep memeing around saying Endfield. For me, it's fine. Just let them keep cooking, because they are definitely delivering on every single new beta test and showcase they do. Okay, if I recall correctly, this game is supposed to release what? Early 2026, right? Or something like this. So I'm really excited to see. Hope this beta test can be like the final steps for the game before the release. And well, hope to see the full game release very soon. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a beautiful day and see ya. Bye bye.